Are trolls all variants any good in past 6.0.3? Yes, we're finally addressing trolls, the legend of abject cowardice and low morale. Well, Greenskins have two variants of better trolls now, one more of a side grade, the other a more straightforward, just plain better version. Let's go over exactly what you're getting to help you troll the entire old world into submission, and maybe the new world too. Basic trolls are recruited for 800 gold and 200 upkeep, so basically what Crypt Horrors cost Vampire Count players. On Ultra, this gives you 16 entities at 7,906 health. Armor is a mere 40, Leadership a mere 45. Speed is an ogre-like 54, charge speed is a lumbering 78. Melee attack begins at 34. This doesn't look like much, but when you see what goblins and orc boys, let alone boar boys and so forth get, it seems like a lot suddenly. Attack interval of 3.8 is on the low side, as in they attack with less downtime. Splash target size is medium, and max target splashed is 4. Now, 4 is kind of high. Ogres splash 3, so the potential for spreading around the damage a lot is there. Melee defense 32 is a lot better than I would have expected. Weapon strength 100 is split between base 30 and armor piercing 70, so most of their damage is armor piercing, literally 70%. Charge bonus is 24, we love it higher, but that's still a significant boost when barreling into a unit. Mass is 1500 per entity. Famously, the unit has old school regeneration, taking 20% extra damage from flaming attack units, but also passively regenerating even when out of combat, like when they flee combat. They regenerate less when on fire. The unit can hide in forest, causes fear, and counts as a siege attacker, so you can attack a besieged major settlement even without artillery. Originally, I was going to do one troll unit at a time, but the fact that all three use the same redline skills, techs, and scrap upgrades means it's not efficient to do so. Let's go over the river trolls. Recruited for 900 gold and 225 upkeep. On Ultra, this gets you 16 river trolls at 7,904 health between them. Armor is 40, so far very familiar. Leadership 45, speed 54, charge speed 78, melee attack starts at 34, with an attack interval of 3.8, better than completely average. Splash target size is medium and max target damaged is a robust 4 again. Melee defense begins at 40, and here we see a sharp difference. 40 is a very good number. Weapon strength of 105 is slightly better than usual, base 35 and armor piercing 70, so a little extra base damage to help clear out the trash. Charge bonus is 30, and mass is 1500 again. The unit is aquatic, meaning it has combat bonuses in shallow water, has old school regeneration of course, can hide in forest, causes fear, and has the overwhelming odor passive in a 35 meter radius, reducing enemy melee attack by 6 while they are within that range. While mild, greenskin units tend to have a faction-wide deficiency in melee defense, and dampening the enemy's attack is absolutely helpful in a brawl. Stone trolls are recruited for 1100 gold and 275 upkeep, a big spike. Entities are 16, health is still 7,904, but armor of 70 is much better. Furthermore, the unit comes stock with missile resistance 25% and spell resistance 25%. Leadership is still 45. Speed is the same, but melee attack is a bit better at 36, attack interval ever so slightly slower at 4. Splash stats are the same. Melee defense of 32 is back to regular troll level. Weapon strength of 120 is 20% better than the base variant. Base damage 40 and armor piercing 80. Charge bonus is 34 and mass is 1500 again. These traits are the same as regular trolls, no odor issues here. In the redline skills, the big lads at 3 pips grants melee attack plus 6 and weapon strength plus 12%. Since these are damage dealers, that makes sense. Rank 7 or better trolls that stuck around that long benefit from biggest and strongest, and that gets plus 5 melee defense, plus 12% more weapon strength, and 15% missile resistance, which is a lot of good stuff. Trolls are a high priority for shooting, so yeah. The only help they get from the tech tree per se is from trollin', so the tech tree is trolling us. Anyway, battle healing cap is improved by 10%, and recruit rank is raised by 1 for new recruits. That's definitely trolling us. So, what about the scrap upgrades? The scrap upgrades apply to all troll variants. Trolls can benefit from Liquor Flasks, which requires the Scavenge and Gets tech to unlock, offering plus 15 leadership and 5% physical resistance for a hefty cost of 60 scrap and... Wait, what? Trolls? With plus 15 leadership? Let's just meditate on this as an option to make trolls stick around for a long party night of clubbing. Big Bone Basha does not require a tech unlock, and for 40 scrap default, the troll unit gets plus 5 melee attack and weapon strength plus 20%. We've just been through how the redline skills can potentially grant plus 24% weapon strength. The potential to go from 100 to 144 for basic trolls is substantial, and it only gets better if you're using stone trolls. And also, that's before a Wa kicks in mid-battle. Critter Crafton unlocks Swamp Shroom Powder, increasing incoming healing by 10%. Well, I think that's from their own regeneration, and raises battle healing cap by 20%. That's for 50 scrap. That's a lot of scrap total, but it means the love the tech tree refuses to give us is balanced by what bounties these scrap can shower upon our trolls. So, how do we use trolls? Without upgrades, trolls have the same old problems they always did. Sorta kinda fast enough to flank, but with such terrible morale, and being such arrow magnets by their nature, that they can get routed before ever touching the battle line. But when they actually get fighting, they do really well, even against dwarfs and stuff. So, half the trouble for a war boss is getting the dumb as rocks trolls to actually get to the fight and get brawling, and after that they do half decently for themselves. And for you. More to the point, they make a joke out of armor, of clumped infantry vulnerable to splash damage, and so on and so forth. The basic trolls aren't a fantastic unit by any means, but they really do hit very hard, and that includes against cavalry. I mean, Empire Knights? Trolls love bashing them around in melee. The trolls just badly need allies to take some of the hits, and to buff up their morale somehow. That's a big challenge. River trolls are substantially more defensive, and also barely cost any more, so if you want to change up, you're not really very penalized for taking these over regular trolls. It's mostly an issue of having the building or not. Stone trolls hit a lot harder, and are tougher in certain important ways. All are plagued by the same low leadership that copious amounts of liquor will help with. If you can keep trolls in combat, wailing away at hapless foes, you will go far. I say that because I've been on the receiving end of Grimgore or others building armies filled with trolls and just daring you to find a way to deal with it. It's one thing if its regulars are gay. River trolls and stone trolls mixed together in a wall of flesh are a serious challenge to overcome. That usually wasn't Grimgore's first option, but if someone like me wrecked his starting army, then he'd often resort to that in past patches. The point being, the higher grades of trolls can really bring some pain, and you should not underestimate them, either using them yourself or playing against them. If they are not routed, they are going to hurt something. See that it is not you. Take care, and have fun trolling the Order Tide. You know they have it coming.